All right. We're right on schedule, guys. We want to leave at about, let's see, 1 o'clock. It's about 11:35. So we're taking our time. Plus I have to walk the dogs again. One thing I'm going to do when I get home is I'm going to cut the tops of these 2x4s here off on a 45. I hate when this tire hits this son of a bitch and it pops the knob. It stretches the knob, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that to your tires. I mean, that's a very sharp edge there. I've done it numerous times. I've never damaged the tires. But I've made a note on my phone. I'm going to knock these down to 45 degrees on all of them. I never hit these ones, but we're going to knock them. While I got the skill saw out, I'm going to knock them down. So, as a matter of fact, I'll probably knock the other side down too. Just in case. You never know. In the future, you may park the rig on this side. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm parking it on that side. And we are about to load up the motorcycle. So we're going to stick that. Let's stick that where we can see it. Oh. We'll stick it right here. But we're certainly not going to do it right here. As you can see, we'll be pushing the motorcycle uphill. We don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to work smart, not hard. So we're going to move this rig. We'll pin this up just in case. But we're going to move the trailer and the Jeep right on alongside this ridge right here, so I can stand on top of this ridge and be high, so it's easy to push the bike up. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. Also, I got to move the dog somewhere too. I got to tie him down somewhere else because I got to move. Also, we tied up, one of the things I forgot, I haven't taken the bike out with this trailer in over a year. I've taken it out with the other trailer. You want to tie the foot pegs up on both sides. That way, because when you roll it up, these foot pegs do want to hit this tire. So if you give yourself a little bit of clearance, you don't have to lean the bike over quite as far. Also, you can see this foot peg has scratched the top of this fender too when you don't tie it up. So I forgot to tie him up when I loaded to leave. And then I realized, oh shit, after I had already got it up there, I realized, why is it fucking doing it so bad? And I realized, oh fuck, I forgot to tie up the foot pegs. But anyways, we just had a US4 service truck come down here. You know, I hope they didn't butcher up that corner over there, tracking it, but it doesn't make any difference. I'm gonna go around it anyways. There's a bad spot over here on the corner that if you are not careful, you will sink your trailer up to the axles, or you'll sink your Jeep up to the axles on it. We're not going to go through it, so we're going to go kind of around it, but I'll show it to you when we get to that point. I've got to move these dogs, so I got to figure out where I can put them momentarily, temporarily, until I get the Jeep moved into another spot where I can do my work, load the motorcycle. So we're going to move this boy right now. We're going to move both of them, but I need to figure out where I can put this boy where he'll be as safe and sound as a pimp on a prostitute. Now, he's not going to be here long, gentlemen. So he's in the sun, but he ain't going to be there long. Okay? You got to move them because I got to move the Jeep. I think this is a good spot for her right here. Now they're going to get tangled up and everything, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying? As long as they don't, I don't think she can pull this log over, but we'll find out. She ain't going to go far. I mean, with the chain on her and shit, she shouldn't be able to get too far. Okay, dogs are clear. Now we got to do a little jockeying. Oh, I'll always leave the campsite cleaner than this. Ain't my shit. Won't pick it up. I always leave the campsite cleaner than when I came. That way, that US Forest Service truck that came here, he'll come over here later, or at some point he'll come over here and take a look and see if I kept the area clean, picked up my trash and shit, right? And he'll come over here and take a look at it and say, that son of a bitch left it cleaner than it was. Anyways, we're gonna move this. Those guys are doing good. Now I'm breathing heavy, guys. It is because of my allergies. So don't think, oh, that fucking dude's out of shape, man. Listen to him breathe. And when we do leave here, gentlemen, we will be putting it in four-wheel drive, of course. Dogs are like, hey, where you going? Oh shit, man. Did I take this fucker up? No harm, no foul. Okay. This is good right here. This is a nice shaded spot. I'm standing higher than the trailer tire. It makes it an easy spot to push the bike up and load up. Remember, gentlemen, you want to work smart, not hard. And we'll keep you on the channel here while we even load it. Okay, first thing we're going to do here is we got a nice little strap here. It's like a safety strap. I do keep it on even once the bike is loaded. But once we get it up there, we just tie it off real quick, and that gives us time to reach for our straps and it's not going to fall off. Even though it's not going to fall off, we want to have that right there ready to go. So we're going to push it up right here with you guys in the old baby audience. Now normally I'd fire it up, guys, but got a dead battery. And we have already put the thing away. Yeah, I had a little trouble with it. The rig is flat, or the trailer and the things are tied up. Makes it easy to load. Just like that. And now it's up there, just so it don't fall off while we fuck around and drink a beer. We'll put this safety strap on, which we do leave on, even as we drive down the freeway. This bike ain't gonna go anywhere. Once I get it strapped on, you know, it's good. It's all the way into the wheel chock here. You can see that there's a spacer block here because this wheel chock is actually too big. But if you put that spacer in, you're fine. And we're gonna put a wheel, this alone right here will keep this bike on. We're gonna let the Jeep run for just a few seconds. What the hell? That right there, this strap right here, and the one up there that I just put on, that bike ain't going nowhere, especially when I put the rail there. But we're gonna strap it down a little bit. We put a couple straps on. There. It ain't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But we do put a couple of wheel straps on it and shit. Or I mean a couple of tie down straps too. But essentially, you don't want it moving back and forth when you travel either. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna cut these at a 45-degree angle too. Maybe even these. So, I mean, once you got the skill saw out and you're cutting, fucking do the whole fucking shebang. There you go, guys. Just like shooting fish in a barrel. Loaded up, tied down. The rig is tied down. So now we're gonna just put this gate up for right now because we're done. And we'll show you something else. You know, when they show you the commercial of you unloading your thing and loading it up, you know, they don't show you tying it down and shit. They just show you loading it up, then folding the wrap down, loading it off, loading it up, but they don't show you tying it up, doing all the tie down, which is not that difficult, but it does take a little bit of time, guys. Okay, this is mine. It's an old strap. These trash. I'll throw these. All three of these bags are coming with us. It's all my trash. Oh shit. We'll use this little fucker. Tie up the bag. Pretty full. One of my hair ties, it got a little fucked up. How you guys doing out there, okay? We'll leave you out there for a spell. Okay, ultimately what we're gonna do here, gentlemen, is you can see how much space I have here in the front. I cannot put a mountain bike right here. However, if I back up the rig all the way to this cage, I can probably put a mountain bike in the front. Now, I can put bolt on an extension here too, and I can put this cage or the ramp even further back like this. But I think if I move it from here to the cage, I think I would be able to put a mountain bike in the front here, because that gives me like 6 inches. And but you can't tie it off to this because this is bouncing. You know what I'm saying? You can fuck up your mountain bike. The mountain bike has to be free flowing right here. It can't be tied down to the rig. I mean, you're probably looking at, oh, just tie it to here. See, this thing bounces and you don't want that. It can bend your frame, do whatever. But I believe we can move the rig 6 inches back, and I can even go further than that. I can go another 2 inches if I want to, just by putting an extension on that rail slat that holds the rail up, or holds the ramp up, excuse me. This thing right here, I could put an extension on it, bolt it, make sure I have this size hole. That way you can move the ramp over a little bit. That way you can put a mountain bike right there, but you can also put probably end up putting a thing right here, like a, you know what, a metal framing, metal pan, you know what I'm saying? And you could conceivably make a another ramp right there to put another bike right there. So you could very easily carry 2 mountain bikes on this rig. If you wanted to, but you have to do a little bit of work, you know what I'm saying? You have to move the rig back, and you have to put down a tray right there that can hold the bike, and very easily done. I mean, it's so easy that it just makes me, you know, cry that it's so easy. You could tie it down nicely to this thing. You could do it. It could very easily be done. You know, put a mountain bike right there. Now, I'm going to go on to say one other thing. That's another 150 pounds, okay? Now, this Jeep, it handles this load that we have right now, but when you start adding another 150 pounds, now we're going to be close to 4,000 pounds towing. So we got to be thinking of that too. But it could handle it, but I'm going to look into doing exactly that, so you can take both mountain bikes with you when you go on a camping trip, you know what I'm saying? So you'll have the bikes too. But as it stands right now, there's no place to put them. I mean, I carry one of my regular bikes right here, one of my regular mountain bikes, but it's too crowded. It's too, you know, I moved this over all the way to here, and you can put a tire in here, but it's got to be, you can't put a 26 inch by 4 inch fat tire in there, or even a 29er, you know what I'm saying? You can't put that in there. It's not enough room. But anyways, we got to get going because it's cracking. So we're going to load this baby, tie this baby down. We do put 4 tie downs on it just to keep everybody happy in the United States of America. These tie downs are all right here, ready to go. Of course. But having not taken this out, I had to refine these tie downs, adjust the lengths, make sure everything is we'll leave it right there. And then we got this one here, and you can see I've got the every time I put a loop on these tie down hooks, you can see that it's on here really good. It's not just like, you know, it's not put on the easy way. You put it on so that it can't fall off like this. That loop cannot fall off that hook. I do all my hooks, my tie downs like that, all of them. Even when I don't have to, I do it. That way, you can be sitting in the cab of the truck and you can be driving through a hurricane, smoking a joint, knowing that your load is secure. And there's nothing more satisfying and gratifying to know that your load is secure on your trailer. Because then you know, especially you can look in your mirrors and you can see everything is working the way it's supposed to. These are also tied down like that, gentlemen. And we're gonna lift these up to where I can work with them. Notice how I'm looping it? It can't fall out. Okay, that should do it. Like I said, you don't really need these, but if you get highway patrol behind you, he can see all those straps on that bike and on that rig, and he's like, okay, this guy knows what the fuck he's doing. Let's not fuck with him. And like I said, man, you can be rolling down the freeway and you know your load is secure. Okay, that's good. You really don't want this tire hitting this either. So what we're going to do is we're going to tighten up the two on the outside so it pulls the bike over a little bit. Okay, I can live with that. I can loosen it. I can get it over a little bit more too if I think there's an issue there. Okay, what you'll do is you'll loosen these up a little bit, like that. Loosen both. Like that. Now we'll tighten up the two on this side here so it pulls it over so that the fairing isn't rubbing against the tire. There. You can see we got a little bit of space there. That's the best we can do, guys. Okay? As long as I got a little bit, it can't go over much more than that because then it's hitting this tire. So we're good. Everything's good. It's loaded up perfect. The rig is loaded up perfect. And now we're going to load up our trash. We're going to devise a way to take the two mountain bikes with the dirt bike, with the Can-Am Maverick. Now that would be the ultimate adventure. But keep in mind, it's a lot of weight for the Jeep. So when we do that, we're going to be trying to figure out how to cut weight. What do we need on a trip? What don't we need? You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be another... Okay, one thing we want to do, we don't want to forget our shovel. That's our poop-a-scoop shovel. I need more than that. So we need that much at least. Just a simple square knot on here. Well, sort of. There, that's our Poopa Scoop shovel. And now we're gonna tie down our 2 gas cans. One of them's got only maybe 2 gallons of fuel in it. Let's put them on like that. Okay. These straps too had to be redone, adjusted. That takes, when you're packing up to leave, that does take extra time to do that kind of stuff. When I was leaving, so not a big deal. We got it. We're gonna let this strap run right inside of that V right there. Like I said, gentlemen, when you're smoking that joint in the cab and you're driving through that tornado, you know that your load is secure so you can sleep at night. You got to make it so you don't have to worry about your load. And you'll check your load at every gas station or every stop. What's wrong, boy? Want me to put you back in the shade? Okay, they want to get in the shade. Too hot out there. Did I run over that goddamn water bowl? Oh, it's right here. I just about got it. Check this out. That would have been a bad. Let's go get this boy, get him out of town. You can see he's panting. It doesn't take long for a dog to overheat in this. Yeah, let me get you back in the shade. Come on. No, we're not going to go for a walk yet, but we will go for a walk. Come on, now, come on, let's go. I got shit to do. There you go. Get him back in the shade. Let's get this female back in the shade too. He's got water. Don't worry, I ain't gonna forget my #1 female dog. No way. We'll go for a walk, but not yet. Here, come here. She's my #1 female dog. Come here, come here. Let me get that off your thing. Okay, there you go. No, we're not going for a walk yet. Smitty built rock sliders, very good rock sliders. Smitty built rock fenders, or Smitty built fenders with black armor paint on them. Rock hood, supercharged Edelbrock. Supercharged. Badass Jeep, brother. You know, I want to buy another Jeep, but I got a Jeep. You follow me, guys? You don't buy a Jeep when you got a Jeep. Does that make sense, dudes? Okay, let's make sure this girl has a little bit of water before we leave. Here you go. You gotta get these dogs in the shade. They can't be in that hot sun, man. Oh, man, I swear to God, that was so slick. We're actually about 55 minutes ahead of schedule. I wanted to leave at 1 o'clock and it's 12:05. So we're not leaving yet. Man, I just took my time loading up everything today. We gotta wash our arms. Took our time today. I got mud on them. We're gonna get the rig back. We'll roll back into town when the sun is starting to set behind the houses in my neighborhood. So I'll be in the shade. First thing, we've got a few things worked out. We're gonna unload the rig and jet clean it with my jet sprayer and get it reasonably close to clean. I'm not gonna do too much in the evening, but I do want to knock off some of that shit, you know, before it gets baked on even harder. You know, with any luck at all, maybe we'll run into some rainstorms on the way back and it'll get it clean too. So gotta make sure your window net. Oh, see, this is a steel plate with a little plastic tire patch repair kit box underneath it. The switch is there to control the off-road light, this big 40,000 lumen off-road light. But with the dogs in here, I'm gonna move that switch up to the dash. I can move it, you know what I'm saying? Just got to take it out and put some extensions on it and do some heat shrink tube on the connections and stuff like that. I solder it and put heat shrink. I've got all of this shit to do that, so we're gonna do that. It's gonna be one of the things on my list. And oh yeah, we wanted to put the window nets on so they don't fuck up on the way home. They blow around pretty bad. That's it. Rig is tied. We're gonna walk the dogs here. We're gonna let you go for right now.